Good afternoon, this is Chad Rothrock here with Total Value RV here in Elkhart, Indiana, factory direct dealer for Thor Motor Coach. And today we're going to get down and dirty with a nice walkthrough on a 2018 45-foot Tuscany. This is a 45 AT. This is their top of the line model here. It's one of their flagship models, and what you'll see is for 2018 this is an entirely different look. Okay, this is a brand new front cap, as you can see. They've actually integrated some new LED lights here, as well as a illuminated badge. This Thor badge will actually illuminate at nighttime as well, which is a really neat look, different from years in the past. One thing you'll get a chance to see, this is a Novell full body paint, so brand new paint scheme. And actually what you don't see yet, which we will show you at the end of the video, is the inside of these slide outs are now painted to match the exterior paint scheme. Now this is a full cut and buff paint job, so it is a better paint job with this coach. 2 times clear coat. And with Sickens paint, you'll get a lot of flex in that paint going down the road. You won't have cracking coming in the next few years. This is one nice thing to point out is they actually do an invisible bra all the way around the front cap, the kick guard, the hand grab handle here, and then also around the entry door handle. Making our way around the coach, want to point out some obvious features, but really nice creature comforts. You're going to see you have a Girard entry door awning. Now this is going to cover your 32.5-inch door opening there, and then you have a 2-stage Girard awning, which is a 19-foot 9-inch awning that covers a good portion of your coach here at your patio section. Now with this particular product, you'll see a big badge up here that says 60-degree wheel cut. This is one of the big features and huge benefits with the Tuscany product is getting that 60-degree wheel cut. Now that's an ZF independent front suspension. This coach is on a Freightliner chassis. It's an XCR raised rail chassis, and it's going to be powered by an 8.9-liter ISL Cummins turbo diesel engine. It's 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. And big advantage with this particular model is you're going to have V-Ride technology. So in the rear, it acts a lot like your independent front suspension up front. So essentially you have a U-shaped assembly in the rear with V-Rod connectors and a much better axle than we had ever before. It's a 24,000 pound rating back there, so the best rating on any drive axle available in an RV today, and that's exclusive with Freightliner. Neat thing we talked about with this particular coach, again, it is a Thor coach, and you know Thor, they send these coaches, once you get that raw chassis, they'll send them over to Moride, who's our quality vehicle modifier right here in Elkhart. They're going to do a fantastic job of giving us an upfit with this coach. What that means is they're going to give us a level foundation and give us a great foundation to build upon. Not all manufacturers do that, and when they do, they don't always spend the amount of money Thor does to get that upfit done. But it's called the Atlas Foundation. We've had a lot of great, got a lot of great information. If you need any information or literature on that, please feel free to reach out to us at the end of the video. We'll leave our info. But looking here, you'll see you have frameless windows here at the cockpit area and around the rest of the coach. It's a great feature. Of course, it looks good. You have a top swinging hinge, so you can leave the windows open when it's raining, but you're also protecting your seals there. 2018 models. Fergie comes with your 45 AT, so there you have it. But this is a 40-inch Sony television with a Bluetooth soundbar here. That soundbar is going to be the big kicker because, you know, no longer are we just relying on the projection of the sound of the TV. You actually have that soundbar to project the sound of, you know, if you're at a busy game or a race or anything like that. Start talking a little bit about the Citadel line fiberglass compartments here. This is all pebble grain Citadel fiberglass, and what we get a chance to see is it's all this is nice. It's a lighter color, so as you load these bays up, if you're covering the light, you get a chance to still see what you're getting into down low. I'm going to show you this slide tray, just the ease of operation here for everybody at home. You may not have had a chance to work with one of these before. This is great. You can get to anything and everything in the bottom of your bays very easily. The nice thing is this is accessible on both ends of the coach, and it is an 800-pound capacity once again. But you see just how effortless that is. The nice thing about these cafe-style doors is you notice there's no obstruction. We're able to put a much larger tray in there. And with this raised rail chassis, you're going to get a chance to see just how much pass-through storage we have underneath the coach. One thing that you don't see with this particular coach here is going to be your roof. That roof is a one-piece molded fiberglass cap. This is the best way to do a roof, and we've got walkable capability up top. We do offer a rear ladder on this coach, which is going to help you get up to the top once it's time to get up there and service the top roof of the vehicle. Alright, so down here you get a chance to see all your pass-through storage. You get a chance to see just how big that is. You've got 110 receptacles down here. This is going to help tell the temperature, and this is a thermostatic controlled bay down here, so of course we have dedicated heat exchangers to all of your under bay storage as well as your wet bay with this coach. We equip you with the Dirt Devil, which is a floor vacuum system. Here we are. We have a 91-gallon freshwater tank. It's nice to see. 51-gallon gray, 51-gallon black on this exact model here. There's some nice docking lights in the rear, big bright LED docking lights. And pointing out here, you have carefree window awnings on both sides of the vehicle. Get a chance to see the integration of the awnings and how they integrate the paint scheme. So it's a really clean look all the way around. Double stacked LED lights in the rear. And I'll show this compartment really quick. We have a 2800 watt inverter with this coach. Alrighty, 2800 watt inverter, and what you see down here is your solar panel controller. Now with this model you have two 100 watt solar panels up top standard. You also have a 4G Connect system. So this coach has its own IP address, and you can actually subscribe and get service so that you can actually use Wi-Fi right here out of your motorhome. New feature for 2018, by the way. That's a great advantage for some of the busier folks out there that rely on internet service. Here's your rear cap. You know, great look at the rear cap. For 2018, we have a side-mounted radiator and access to the rear of your coach now. So again, with the double stacked LED lighting, having your lights here a little bit taller than most of those tow vehicles back there is a great advantage for the driver. People behind them for a good ways get a chance to see the LED lights. You have LED lights here, LED lights here. They're nice and bright. And when you're stopping, again, your tow vehicles are generally going to be a little bit below this, so people behind you can see that. Side-mounted radiator. It's fantastic. You have your intercooler up top, and it's going to cool your turbos, and the lower portion of the radiator is going to be for your motor. The big advantage of that is, as opposed to our rear radiator, which is kind of stacked or sandwiched, this is better cooling for your coach as well as better accessibility in the rear. Okay, you have your induction system here, your air intake here, and of course that's going to be more of a direct flow of air for your motor rather than mounting them way up top. And of course it's out of the way of debris and water from this rear wheel here. Egress window, which you can see, you've got a little ways here, but if you were to hang from that, it's not a far drop, and we'll show you from the inside. It's easy to get in and out of that. It's always a worry with some of the folks out there. Talking about the ACs on this, on the outside of the coach, one of the things that we want to talk about is the fact that those you have three 15,000 BTU air conditioners, all with heat pumps. They're low profile, and they also have condensation pumps built into them. Advantage for you folks is if you've ever seen the water drips down the side of the coach, we've minimized that. Actually, we've completely eliminated that. And what you'll see now is we have condensation lines that are ran to the back side of this wall here, and then we put our cap on so you never see them. Down the back here, there's a small condensation drip line that will allow for that. Pretty neat. Get back to the coach, you're going to have valve stem extenders built in standard in this this vehicle here. 295 series Michelin tires, like we talked about, all the way around. 22.5-inch polished aluminum wheels, and you have the 80 series, which is going to be just a little bit more wider tire, a little bit more rubber on the road, so better ride going on there. Give them a chance here, Jeff, to see. You can see the way that they encase those hydraulic lines there. All right, kick up any debris on the road. Those are protected. Here in your wet bay, again, this has a dedicated heat exchange down here, which is going to allow for heat in your basement. Prevents freezing in really cold weather. Of course, you see your whole house water filtration system here, which is going to filtrate 99.98% of all impurities. And then, of course, you have easy winterization capability as well as switch over from campground style camping to dry camping. And you have a sewer tank flush line here. It's a perforated valve that'll extend to the inner walls of your black tank, acts as a sprinkler, and will break up all of the sediment that's starting to build up inside of the tank. Low point drains here, really easy to get to, and then you have a 2-inch valve over here, which is our mega dump. That's to drain that freshwater tank. Okay, and outside shower, LED light outside, and of course a remote water pump switch. This is kind of neat. You don't have to send somebody inside when all 5 of you or 6 of you have sandy feet to hit the water pump switch so that you can use your outside shower. So it's just a neat little handy feature. Again, one neat thing to talk about this wet bay is the fact that it's recessed. If any RVer out there has probably had an accident before, this is just nice to be able to see that. It is recessed. If you have an accident, it's easy to clean. And then you have an easy swivel feature here to make connecting your sewer hoses that much easier. Notice your baggage doors. It's all the same height all the way across. So a flush belt line with this model. A neat thing to talk about. One thing that we don't want to miss. Just got to point this out. This is your remote DEF fill. All right. So you have a tank on the passenger side of the coach, which has an analog gauge. We also have a digital gauge on the dash, and you have a remote fill over here, so you no longer have to go against the grain. Actually, with Thor's diesels, we've never had to, but now with the side radiator, we've repositioned that DEF tank and added remote fill. All right, look on down here, Jeff. Just a couple of neat little things to talk about. All right, so this is kind of neat. You can have a new roller system here. You have a Glendenning power cord reel here, and that power cord reel, it's a 50 amp cord, and the neat thing is look at how they mount that. They mount it right there to the main rail of the chassis. It's up out of the way, and what that means is you have access to your base still. You don't have that big power cord reel taking up storage space, so neat job there, Thor, great job. Here we go, a surge guard. All right, this is hardwired into your coach, and of course we have a new system. Firefly lighting system, which we'll talk about inside. It's got a 7-inch HD monitor, which is actually connected with this surge guard and protected by our surge guard as well. Here we go. Other end of your pass-through storage. Nice and easy to get to. We give these folks at home a look at their Tuscany mud flap. This will peel off, and you've got a nice chrome face there. Just see you have a few additional 12 by 24 pieces of polished porcelain tile. Should you drop anything super heavy on your tile inside, we're going to show you just how pretty that tile is, by the way. Very nice. 400D Aquahot system. So this isn't all electric coach. Talk a little bit about that inside, but the advantages to Aquahot, this has two pumps in this particular system here. Aquahot is going to use, you have an electric feature and then you have a diesel burner feature, so you can actually have constant hot water as well as radiant heat with this vehicle. And we don't have the variance from floor to ceiling temperature difference like some of the other manufacturers using a standard furnace. The big advantage here is you're going to have more of a moist air, so this particular system doesn't suck the moisture out of the air and leave you with dry skin and stuff like that. But the big advantage is the fact that you can run now a lot longer than we used to on an LP system. Okay. 150-gallon fuel tank. It's huge. 150-gallon fuel tank. So with this coach being a 45,660-pound chassis, at least your weight rating, and a 15,000-pound hitch, that's a combined 60,660 pounds. You really are still at a weight to power advantage. So fuel economy, don't be surprised if you're seeing that high 8, 9, maybe even dip into those double digits. But you figure you've got a 150-gallon fuel tank, you can make it 12 to 1,400 miles, no problem, on one fill up, which is fantastic. Not all of our customers just shotgun at 1,200 miles or 1,400 miles. They're going to stop every couple hundred miles. So minimizing your stops at fuel stations there. Here's going to be a hood release for your power slide generator. So you have a 12,000 watt generator or a 10K generator, and that Jenny is on a power slide tray. This is your hood release. That hood will flip up and your power Jenny will slide out. This here is, and that makes it easier to service, by the way. It is side accessible on a 10K gen, which is the reason we do that slide. This here is going to be your hydraulic pump station, and as you can tell, each one of these lines is going to be color coded at the jacks, and then you also have hydraulic power slides as well. If you look here, I'm just going to point out something you'll see: easy access with the keyed schematogram to your chassis fuses. So again, this is just easily accessible, and a nice clean bay here. Chrome heads to your mirrors, as well as chrome arms. These are Velvac mirrors. You also have built-in heat with these, as well as a camera system. So it's blinker activated. It's an integrated system, so when you hit your left or right hand turn signal, it'll automatically pull up whatever's on the left or right hand side of your vehicle. You do have a backup feature as well with this coach, so when you drop it into reverse, it'll show you anything on the back side of the coach. Okay, we're going to make our way inside. I'll talk a little bit more about the vehicle and some of the goodies on the inside. Let's make our way in. We're going to show you an exclusive look with the slides in right now. And also, don't want to pass up the fact that we have a new keyless entry here. All right, so here's your exclusive look that I promised on the inside of the vehicle. You will get a chance to see. We'll get a chance to see this vehicle here. Slides in, as you can tell. You've got plenty of walk-around space. You have the ability to get to the restroom, as well as the refrigerator. Right out of the gate here. A couple new features. As you walk into the coach, you can now operate your passenger side slide out right here from the push of a button. So let me show them how that works, Jeff, back at home. So here we have it. And there's a good look at the interior wall, how we've actually incorporated your paint scheme into the interior slide wall. And that's going to give you a beautiful look. You know, it's a high-end look. Some manufacturers have been doing for a long time, and it's a first for us. Okay, so there you have it. Come on inside. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show them. You no longer have to worry about shimmying down the center of the coach when that slide comes in. And so that's one of the big advantages here in 2018. You can right away go ahead and open up the slide out, make your way on down. All right, and we're going to go ahead and pan out, and I'm going to open up the rest of the vehicle here. Okay, welcome to the inside of the 45 AT. We're going to go ahead and start by introducing the color scheme that we have. This is a black diamond interior with the Milan cherry. Jeff, bring it right over here. Give them a good look at this. Now, this being the darkest color combination that we offer, you still get a chance to see just how beautiful this is. Now, with the combination of the LED lighting, you really see the pop in the wood. And you can tell the accenting with the countertops, the flooring, and all those bright LED lights, just how beautiful this interior is. A lot of people shy away from a dark interior, but this has gained a lot of momentum and popularity since we've introduced it. I want to point out really quick just some of the aesthetic features before I start talking about the goodies in this coach. You notice a 12 by 24 polished porcelain tile. This particular manufacturer, Thor Motor Coach, the only one out there using HardieBacker as a base where they lay their tile on top of. So rather than laying tile on top of a raw wood floor, which obviously expands and contracts, we actually have HardieBacker down there. So along with a less than a quarter-inch variance from corner to corner on this coach, we were able to level this tile off very well, and you don't have very many spots, if any spots ever, where you're going to find a high point, because they're that level and precise with when they lay this tile. Moving on forward, I just want to talk about a couple of neat little features that we have added for 2018. One of them being a 10.4-inch monitor and display here. As I sit in this driver's seat, it's very easy to go ahead and navigate through this system here. If I want to go ahead and get into our navigation system, you have a Rand McNally GPS system built into this coach. It is RV specific, and so you can program your height, weight, length, as well as manage fuel and all of that good stuff with this application. You have a camera system with this coach here, and of course you will have a lock feature so that you can lock the screen on your rear camera, and then you'll have your side view cameras. Side view cameras again are integrated into the mirrors out there. But that's a nice big screen there, and it's just a fantastic feature. You can go to the media center. You have Sirius XM as well. Now, of course, this is going to have Bluetooth capability, HDMI input. You have your Rand McNally and iPod station, your camera, and it's really easy to help navigate through. But point out a couple things you'll have down here. You have a quick access drawer here, dual mirroring capability with this screen. So if you hook up your HDMI input here, hook it to the bottom of your phone, laptop, or tablet, you will have the ability to get in here and mirror anything onto the screen. Here at Total Value RV, we like to sell the total value, not the partial value. So one of the big things with a total value is you're getting a brand new coach. That means is no one else has driven this coach besides the people picking it up and the people that have transported it during construction. So it has 102 miles on this particular vehicle, and of course, you know, with the amount of upfit that we do with this coach, off to paint, back and forth to Thor, and eventually here to Total Value, we accumulate a little bit of mileage, but it's better than picking one up with 1,000 or 1,200 or 2,500 miles on it. You know, you get to put the initial critical mileage on that coach, and you can stagger your speed. You don't have a tow vehicle behind you, you know, doing 75 miles an hour during the break-in period, and that's a very valid reason why a lot of folks will travel from all four corners of the U.S. and even Canada to buy from Total Value RV, the factory direct dealer. So moving forward, just want to point out the fact that you have a sunshade and a nightshade here. These are power shades, and of course, it is a hot one here in Elkhart today, 92 degrees, so we've got some hot savings for you. But again, you get a chance, so I do have the keys in the auxiliary position, so your shades will drop down here, but that gives you an idea. You can actually double this as a sun visor. It will run all the way down though. Another feature you're going to have with your 45 AT is going to be compartment locks, available from the inside of the vehicle, so you no longer have to go out and individually unlock all of your compartments like some of the other coaches out there today. That feature is also integrated into your entry system, so you have a code that will actually lock and unlock your not only your entry door, but as well as your cargo area. Making our way around here, you get a chance to see your chrome bezels around your white gauges there. It's just a really nice look, higher end look. You have a VIP smart steering wheel here, 18-inch VIP, and of course you're going to have the ability to run your cruise control, your lightings, your headlights, as well as your windshield wipers from that system here. Okay, you do have adjustable pedals with this vehicle, high profile switches for both your tag dump. Okay, so you have an auto tag dump feature if you'd like, and then you also have your two-stage Jacobs compression engine brake. You have two-stage dash fans, regular horn as well as an air horn, service light for the exterior, overhead cab lights on a nice rocker switch there, and then you have docking lights for the exterior of the vehicle to help you park at night. You have an auxiliary start button, which is a backup power system that will pull from the six 6-volt house batteries that you have on this vehicle. So one of the changes again went from 4 house batteries to now 6 house batteries, and this is going to pull from that bank down there in case you ever need to fire off your 12-volt system, 12-volt batteries. And then of course you have heated mirrors, left and right control here, and a 6-speed 3000 series Allison transmission that's paired with this vehicle here. You have one-touch hydraulic leveling system. It's all hydraulic, both down and up. Of course, both of these chairs will swivel to face the rest of the coach. And unlike some of these smaller vehicles out there, you're like your Class C's, where you lose this portion of the cab, this is gained living space. Once these chairs swivel, you've got cup holders on either end, and you're at eye level with everybody else in the coach. Another neat thing to point out is the fact that we have a flush entry step here, and we have a new 28-inch quickie flip down step in the rear, which is painted to match the coach for 2018. Great little feature. Just want to point out really quick, Jeff, what we've got going on here. So you are going to have hidden handles to keep a nice clean aesthetic with this coach, but you've got space for your DVDs here. You actually have a Dimplex fireplace with remote control feature. You have different heat settings, and it will actually heat up to 400 square feet of space in this coach. And this particular model is 481 interior square foot. So at least all the way to the back bedroom area. It's going to take the chill off on a really cold morning. So this is a great feature to have. JBL soundbar in the interior of this coach, as well as a 55-inch smart Sony television. We've got a 32-inch television in the bedroom and a 40-inch TV outside. One thing to point out with this coach is this is going to be on a power lift. So you can lift it up and down by a push of a button here. And what people love is the fact that when you look at the panoramic view in terms of windows, you actually have that with this vehicle. Looking out over your camp space there, you've got double windows throughout the entire front section of your coach, the living section there, all the way up to your 20 cubic foot refrigerator, your side-by-side refrigerator there. Notice the way that we've angled our window valances, and they are, if you look here at the valances, those are solid hardwood to match the beautiful solid hardwood cabinetry done by Chase here on the interior of this coach. And this is all solid hardwood, so nothing wrapped, all of your panels, it's all wood. Roller shades in this coach are a nice feature. You pull them past the point of an inch, they'll stay fixed. Give a single tug and they'll retract. You have a day and a night shade there. You have an emergency exit here, as well as one in the back of the coach. We have a nice desk area for anybody that may need this particular space for an office. You definitely have that here, and you now have a space for your pull-out drawer for your keyboard there. You can set your laptop or your desktop up top there. It's a great innovation. Cantilever dinette with 2 additional folding chairs that are hidden in the back there. But you get a chance to see if it's just 2 of you. You've got plenty of space. If you do have the need to join 2 more for dinner, you can do that here. Okay. Moving forward, you want to see you have an L-shaped ensemble here. This L-shaped ensemble is easy to hide away and tuck away if we wanted to, giving you essentially, we like to say, a dance floor. So we just demonstrate how quick and easy that is for the folks back home. So you have an idea of what kind of space you have in this coach. Now then, you've got the dance floor as you should need it. Looking here, another great innovation, maximizing your space like we always talk about with Thor Motor Coach. They do a fantastic job of doing that. Because it isn't a fully electric coach, you have a convection microwave oven up top, you've got an induction stovetop here, as well as a Fisher-Paykel dishwasher, drawer-style dishwasher. Going back to what I was just talking about with Thor Motor Coach, talking about the fact that they maximize their drawer space and just what a fantastic job their engineers do over there. This is an idea you don't see. I mean, you know, it might be something simple, but notice this. Underneath your dishwasher, you still have an additional drawer. You just wouldn't find certain things like that with some of the other manufacturers today. Look in here, you're going to have dedicated storage underneath your sink for your sink covers. And notice you have hidden hinges on all of these cabinets here. You've got fine hinges which are adjustable from the inside. You no longer have to make an adjustment out here once you need to align your cabinets and leave holes in the beautiful trim of your motorhome. Adjustable shelving up top there. Nice pull-out pantry here. Let's make our way across the top end of the storage for everybody at home, Jeff. Notice this is segregated. You have opposing doors and cabinets here, so you have a chance to put larger items up top. This one here, again, segregated, and then this one again with the opposing. That one segregation here, just to help with the structure of the cabinetry, but again, fantastic innovation and design done by Thor there. Let's make our way back here. Jeff, want to real quick show them the side-by-side Whirlpool residential style refrigerator that they get with their motorhome. This is an all-electric coach, so you have an electric refrigerator here. Big advantage, you have an ice maker as well as a water system here. You have a pull-out drawer for your freezer. Tons of space there. And you have a handy locking feature, so you don't have to worry about stuff flying open going down the road there. And just give me a chance to see what we got there, Jeff. Alright, all this here. And then snap into here, giving you tons of space. So again, 20 cubic feet there. Louvered cabinetry will always indicate that you've got stackable washer and dryer here. So you can see residential style appliances. And pocket door set for privacy with a glass sectional. Down here, you can hook up your hose portion of your vacuum system. It's going to have a 36-foot reachability in either direction of the coach. And then, of course, we have a kick-style floor vac system there. So when you're plugged into shore power running your generator, you can just go ahead and sweep any of the dust and debris in your coach right down into there, and it'll end up in the bag down low that we showed you. Inside of this coach here, you walk on in, and now you have all the operation, which, by the way, you have max air vent covers and fantastic fans throughout the coach, and you actually have the ability to operate them via switch on the wall. One thing to talk about with these switches on the wall, look at the one back here when we were able to operate the overhead lighting here and your television lift. Those can be popped off the wall, folks, so you can actually use them standing up or moving around throughout the coach if you wanted to. Of course, just really quick, pointing back in here, you do have an egress window, and then down low, foot flush porcelain style commode, and mirrored cabinetry here at your medicine cabinet. Solid door. Making our way through this coach, you'll notice we do have a king bed here. At either side of the king bed, you're going to have cubby space as well as cabinets that'll open up. Space up top to set your cell phone, alarm clock, what have you, and you have really deep space over the top of the bed there. Notice all of the space that you have here. Drawer space down low. Just going to open a couple of these drawers so that they can see just how deep those are. Drawers up top. Space here to put your socks and shoes on in the morning. And of course we have undermount lighting here just to show you how beautiful this interior scheme is. Hidden space up top. This is equipped with the Sony Blu-ray player. And of course you will have just additional space in the overhead. One of the better innovations that I've seen many of the manufacturers, something so simple, but you have this pull-out wardrobe here, and this gives you the ability to hang sports coats or nicer shirts in a cabinet that's not super deep, so that you don't have you don't have to put them this way. You can now turn them this way and fit 6-7 sports coats in there, 10-15 shirts. Here you have nice pull-out cabinetry there. Making our way around the coach, just want to point out some of the advantages that you'll have. The fact that you have your, rather than just a standard wallboard here, you will have the paneling that Thor has done, and so that's going to be the wainscoting there. That's going to be something we changed a couple years ago, but I still like to point that out. A lot of manufacturers not giving you that today. We do have a ceiling fan inside of this coach. On a hot one like today, you can just come on over here and hit your ceiling fan. You have two settings, so you have a low and a high setting. Again, with the air conditioners, you have three 15,000 BTU air conditioners. Those will all have their low profile, and they'll all have heat pumps built into them. Again, condensation lines ran to the back of the coach, so you don't have dripping going down the side of the coach. And of course, what I like to talk about is the whisper air technology when you make it inside of the vehicle. So we actually have air conditioning running with the vents open in the coach right now, and you literally can't hear it. Probably maybe just a tad. But with that being said, a lot of it comes from the fact we've engineered one of the better systems today. You see your returns are here, your dumps are in the center. When the slides are in, you're able to cool the area of the coach that you're utilizing going down the roads. That's a nice advantage for the driver, passenger, and any additional passengers. We've put the returns in the exterior of the coach, so what happens is it's essentially filtering more air, and you have a better airflow generated that way rather than the reverse. So less stale air throughout the coach. Making our way into the bathroom here, LED lighting all the way throughout, his and hers sinks, and tons of space. Once again, tons of drawer space, cabinet space. And of course you will have functional medicine cabinets behind here. Alright, notice you now have a glass tile backsplash back here, and you have LG Himax countertops throughout the entire coach. Not just in the kitchen and living area, you have them in both bathrooms as well as the front there. One thing that we have done is we've gone with a residential style tile inside of our glass shower enclosure on our showers. We do a teak seat in there, wooden seat, which is just a great look, with a huge shower, nice skylight in there for a taller gentleman, and 85-inch interior height, so you have a really a tall coach to begin with there. Here's your 2 additional chairs, and I'm just going to let the cameraman show you the new G6A control panel that we're using. That has a ton of additional benefits and features. During our walkthrough, we like to educate our customers and consumers as to how functional this coach is. A lot of overrideable capabilities with this motorhome, so you're not stuck out in the middle of nowhere when you have an issue. We have at least have the ability to get you back on the road, whether it's your slide systems, your leveling systems. But this here is going to be a great, once again, I've got to point out the fact that Thor maximizes storage space. Look at just a quick example of that. So if you look up top here, look at the back. There's about a 4-inch or 5-inch space there that they could have just continued this along, but notice what they've done. Great spot for linen there. And again, just another quick point. They would have, most manufacturers would have just finished this off here, not even thought of adding an additional drawer or consider that for the consumer, but we have. So again, no wasted space with this motorhome. You have a cedar-lined closet back here. You have a nice wardrobe bar that'll run all the cloths across the top of the wardrobe there. So the shower rod should be able to take all of those clothes. If not, you've got some additional space here with this closet rod. Okay, I think I've covered everything in here. Again, if you have any questions, guys, we make these videos as informative as we can. Sometimes forget to add bits and pieces, but if there's any questions that you have, feel free to reach out to us directly by phone. That's 574-262-4460. You can reach us on the internet and email us, or check out our website at www.totalvaluerv.com. And my name once again is Chad Rothrock. I'm the sales manager here at Total Value RV. And we've got to talk about something real quick. I can't let you go. This is something, while we're here, I talked about it outside, but this is a 7-inch display. This is part of your Firefly system, and this is complete control. What that means is you have the ability to control everything. You have digital tank indicators here. You have the master on and off switch. So here we go. Show them that house, the house of the vehicle here, Jeff. Master on and off there. You can actually operate your TV lift from the center of the coach if you wanted to scare any of your guests. We've got a ghoulish TV there, and of course you have, like I said, digital tank indicators. You have your water pump switch here, your aqua hot on and off. You can monitor your batteries, both house and chassis. Here we have the ability to control your auto gen start, which is a fantastic feature. Auto gen start gives you the ability to monitor certain systems in this coach, from your battery bank power to thermostatically controlling this coach. For instance, there are 5-degree intervals that we can control should we not want this coach to get super hot or super cold. So, good example, let's say you're out walking, going on a hike and doing some shopping for the day, and you leave your pet in the coach. It's a 100-degree day or a 90-degree day like it is today. It's going to get a lot hotter in this coach over time. So having a desired setting, your generator will fire up, charge your coach, shut itself down without you being there. We urge our customers to make sure that they turn that setting off when they store the vehicle indoors to prevent carbon monoxide fumes, okay, and build up. So here you go. We're going to make our way through. You've got all of the lighting in the coach, which is controllable here. Anytime you have a light here, which is going to show indicators either up or down, those are going to be dimmable features, okay? So those particular lights, your ceiling, your kitchen, your living room area, this is all dimmable. Climate control can be operated here. You have heat pumps built in, so these heat pumps are electric heat pumps that will cool your coach without the use of running your generator or being plugged into shore power, and that will get you down to whether you're plugged into shore power running your generator, and that should bring you down or keep your temperature up on a really chilly day. Once it gets much below that 40-degree point or so, your furnace should kick in there, your aqua hot system. Moving right along, your fans and your slides, and then of course you've got some setting features here. But wanted to show you folks that because we do have a mobile app now that you can use. You can do all this stuff from your smartphone or tablet or device as well. But again, had to throw that one in there. Thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you sticking in there for such a long informative video. Again, call us with any questions. My name is Chad. We'll talk to you soon. So we're back here really quick. I just wanted to throw one last little tidbit of information in. For all the folks at home that may have seen the keyless entry, this is a fantastic feature. This one in particular has some additional features that I didn't want the folks at home to miss out on when considering this vehicle. So right out of the gate, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unlock this. Okay, I can hit one button, unlock the door, hit another button, lock the door, hit this third button here and turn your entry light on and off, grab handle as well, and then of course the floor entry lighting. Lock and unlock your compartments right here from the push of the button. So a lot of nice little handy features, and after 30 seconds it'll turn itself off, so that you're safe. One last look at that 28-inch quickie step that flips up. You now see a lot of the actuators and steps themselves are not exposed to the elements quite as much, and you can also see that it now is painted in the exterior here to match the exterior of the coach with the black. So again, thank you for tuning in. Catch you next time.